Good evening. How are you?
Doing great.
Okay, all right, Preeti. I believe this is the first time we are meeting, isn't
Yes,
it?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Preeti, can you give me an introduction about yourself?
Yes, ma'am. Uh, I'm Preeti, and I'm an English teacher. Right now, I'm
Okay,
living in Bahadurgarh, that is near New Delhi,
okay.
and simultaneously, I'm running my two YouTube channel. One is Easy Way to Learn with Preeti, that is my study channel. Another one is Easy Way Blog, that is my entertaining channel. That's all
Oh,
about me, ma'am. Yes.
okay, that's lovely. All right. So, Preeti, my name is Anne. I'm currently based in Bangalore, and I've been a communication coach for the past 3 years. All right.
Okay, ma'am.
So, Preeti, being an English teacher yourself, all right, tell me your journey or the reason behind joining Englishyaari.
Uh, Actually, I have started my YouTube channel in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
But in starting time, I was regularly uploading videos related to NCRT syllabus,
Right.
sometimes grammar topics. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but which I noticed on YouTube, like there are so many YouTubers which use bilingual or Hindi language to teach English.
Okay.
Um, so same in my school also happened. Like sometimes I use bilingual to teach students, and sometimes English to English. But yes, I found that I should work on my communication skills. So for that, I'm doing this type of conversation right now on the YouTube, and as well as I learned and watched so many videos about English Yaris. That's why I joined some sessions. I booked one or two sessions before you.
Okay. All right. That's great to know, Preeti, and I believe it's a great step that you've taken also. Because in order to learn the language, conversation is one of the best ways one can learn, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right, Preeti. So for today's session, we'll be taking a look at the topic favorites. Just like what people like and all that. All right.
Okay, ma'am.
So if I were to ask what's one of your most favorite food, what would you say?
Uh, Most favorite food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like South Indian food the
Okay.
most.
All
Yes,
right.
especially dosa, idli, sambar.
All right. Whenever it comes to our liking towards something, it's always different, right? What you like might not be what your friends like, what your family likes, isn't it? So
Yes,
sometimes
yes.
it's very hard to live up to that aspect. So how do you tend to understand whether it be in your daily life, okay, whether it be the food or the travel, the places that you love to travel? Sometimes we have to compromise on certain things. So can you give me an overview into all that?
Yes, it happens with me also. Like I like South Indian food the most, but
Okay.
I have one son and he doesn't like idli sambar. But
Mhm.
yes, he likes dosa the
Okay.
most. And yes, and if I talk about other family members, they also don't. They also have different choice in
Okay.
food.
Yes.
So sometimes it happens like I have to make different food items for different uh, members.
Right. So the there might be a variation in cuisine, isn't it? For
Yes,
example, you might like Indian cuisine or especially the South Indian, right? Your son might like a different one. So there comes differences over there certain times, isn't it? Especially when you go out to restaurants. I believe that's a major change over there, correct?
yes.
Okay. So Preeti, if I were to ask, are you someone who enjoys watching movies or reading books?
I'm thinking, and I have ordered two, three books of Chetan Bhagat right now.
Okay.
But till now, I did not read.
I did
Uh,
not read.
I did not read
Read, read. Can you pronounce it once again
except
for
one
me?
or two pages.
Mm-hmm.
One book is Two States, and another book is 11 Rules for Life. But
Okay.
till now, I did not read, ma'am.
Okay. You did not read it yet. And why? What is the reason behind you not reading it yet?
Actually, I'm not very fond of reading books, but
Okay.
yes, I like to make it my habit
You want
because
to inculcate it, isn't
yeah,
it?
I want to inculcate this habit because I know reading is best for communication skill if you want to improve. your
Oh,
communication skill, and you want to learn new vocab, we have to read more and more books. But yes, I'm not habitual to read different books. Whenever I get time, I always try to read my syllabus books related to school.
okay. So you try to read whatever curriculum is given by the school,
Yes,
isn't it?
yes.
All right, Preeti. What about movies?
I'm not very fond of movies also.
Okay, then if I were to ask what's your source of entertainment, what would you tell?
uh, for entertainment, I just like to do dance.
Dance.
Yes.
That's amazing. So can you talk to me a little bit about your journey in dance?
Actually, my another channel, that is EGWay Vlog, that is related to vlogs and dancing videos. So whenever I feel free, I always make dancing videos,
Hmm.
like 60 seconds videos or 30 seconds videos, and then I upload on my vlog channel. And
Okay.
yes, and on a special occasion when I meet with my colleagues, with my friends, and with my family members, only that time I make vlogs also.
Right.
So yes, I like to do dance, especially to be flexible and to do you can say it is a exercise. I think dancing is the best
It is
exercise.
a form of exercise. That's true.
That's
It's a
why I
form
like
of.
the most. Yes.
Okay. Can you talk to me your journey when it comes to dance, like from when you started, how you
Hmm.
got the knack for dancing and all that?
Actually, ma'am, till now I did not learn any type of dance form, like Bharatanatyam, Punjabi folk, and any type of dance form. I did not learn anything.
So you have
But
not
yes,
taken any professional classes, is
yes,
it?
I did not take any professional classes till now. But yes, I'm very fond of from my childhood.
Okay.
Uh, yes,
You're very fond of dancing
I'm
from
very fond of
childhood.
dancing. Yes, from my childhood. Me and my sister, we
Mm-hmm.
both are very fond of, you can say, because whenever my mother assigned us any type of household chores, any type of household task, I always try to request to my mother, like we just want to move the speakers in
Right.
high volume and we just want to do dance.
Okay,
We
we
just
just want to dance. You don't have to say do dance. We just want to dance.
Yes, yes. And we
Okay.
will complete, we always do, we always did complete our old task.
You
Whatever
complete
my
all
mother,
the chores, correct?
yes, all household chores. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's very nice. Especially when she allows you to put the music at in high volume and dance, definitely, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. That's why
Oh,
I like every type of music, like Punjabi, Rajasthani, Haryanvi.
okay. All right. And you've not, even after that, you haven't taken any professional classes or.
No, ma'am. Yes.
But right now, I believe YouTube is also a great platform where you can learn a lot of dance moves. Have you
Yes,
tried any of those?
yes, but I did not try it. Like I sometimes I try to follow some steps of dancers, but
Okay.
yes, regularly I'm not watching anything.
Okay, okay, all right. That's actually very great. And I believe if you do dancing or any sort of activity, especially something that you really enjoy, also we keep going, we keep doing it, isn't it? It's really hard for people to say. Even I'm someone who loves going to the gym. Okay, but I do like it, but it's because of my health or due to a few other reasons. I'm like, okay, I'll try going. Okay, but if I had something like, okay, a love towards dancing, I would have definitely done it every day. I wouldn't have even have to go to the gym. See, so when you
Yes,
have that liking towards something, and if it's a physical activity, then it will be very
hmm.
good, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. So true.
Oh, all right. What about your son? Does he dance?
Um, yes, I have one son and he's now 13 years old, and
Mhm.
yes, he doesn't like dance the most. But yes, sometimes he do. Yes, sometimes he does, but he doesn't like the most.
So he dances at rare occasions, or he dances very
Yes,
rarely,
rarely
isn't
he
it?
does. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Oh, all right. So I'm going to tell a few words now. It's a short activity that we are going to do, and I want you to structure sentences on them. All right.
Okay, ma'am.
The first word, treasured, treasured.
Treasure.
Treasured, treasured,
Um,
treasured. Can you use it in
Trust.
a sentence?
Mm, Trust.
Mhm.
Yes.
First, tell
Good.
me the meaning of that particular word.
Treasure means like valuable,
Mm-hmm.
valuable. This is very important. You can say essential.
Okay.
Uh, yes.
Okay. Now, can you
Uh,
use it in a sentence?
uh, a good person or a good friend is like a treasure of knowledge. You can say.
Okay. A good person is definitely a treasured individual. All right.
Yes.
What about penalized?
Penalized.
Right.
Like punishment. I think.
Okay. Punishment. Right. Can you use it in a sentence?
Penalized. That
Mhm.
is penalized or penalized.
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 Right.
Okay. Um, I penalized my son when he does argument with his grandmother or elder sometimes.
Over there, we don't have to say penalized. For example, penalized we tend to use when it comes to authority figure outside, usually organizational. For example,
Okay.
uh, Ria was penalized by the principal for her behavior. All right, or he was penalized by the police officer. Those we can say. When you're talking about your son, you can tell, I scolded my son when he
School. Yes,
when he
yes.
showed a certain sort of behavior. All right.
Hmm. Okay, ma'am. Penalized, penalized,
Right.
especially used in formal way, like in
Yes.
organization, in school. Okay.
Correct. Now pivotal.
Pivotal.
Hmm.
That is very important.
Correct. Now can you use that in a sentence for me?
Pivotal. Um, my father is the pivotal member of my family.
Okay. Tribal.
Tribal.
Right.
Mm, I don't know the meaning of it.
Tribal means very unimportant matters. For example, that's a very tribe. You're going to a hotel, okay, and probably the hot shower isn't working. The hot water in
Okay.
the shower isn't working. So
Which
your
we
son
can
is like,
avoid.
we will get out of this hotel. So you're like, it's a very tribal matter. Why do we have to focus on it? So we should let go of tribal matters. All right.
Tribal. Okay. Okay.
Bear, the last word, bear, 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 not the animal bear. What do we say bear when it comes to?
Tolerate, I think. Bear.
Right,
Tolerate.
correct.
Yes.
Use that in a sentence.
Uh, Sometimes we bear um many rules in our organization or at a place where we are working.
Right. Certain times we tend to bear a lot of aspects when it comes to our work or anything, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, all right, good one. So can you just repeat those words for me, the five of them?
One is treasure. That
Right.
is very important.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Second is penalized. Penalized.
Penalized.
Penalized. Yes.
Right.
That is like punishment, which
Right.
we use in a formal way in
Oh,
organization and in school.
right. The
Uh,
next one.
and third one is uh, third one is tribal, trivial. Uh, that is not important,
Right.
which we can ignore, which we can avoid. Okay, and another one is a bear, that is tolerate.
Right. So trivial, penalized, bear. What else? Treasured, pivotal. All right. Five words.
Yes, ma'am.
So make sure that you try to use these. These are words that we can always use when you're trying to describe a friend. You can just say, she's my treasure, she's my most treasured friend. Pivotal, you can just say that, oh, my mother always tells me that pivot, or my mother plays a pivotal role in my life. Okay? All
Very
these words that you can try to use. These are used in our daily vocabulary, especially while talking about things that we really like. For example, your favorite, treasured. Oh, that's my most treasured item in the list. Okay, it plays a very pivotal role in my life. All these. Okay.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, Preeti, another topic that I want to discuss with you is, since you're also a teacher and you will be dealing with students almost every day of your life, isn't it?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
And if I were to ask, which grade students do you usually teach?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Which
miss.
grade students do you usually teach?
Okay, I'm taking TGT classes, ma'am.
Can you
T-
elaborate on that?
TGT classes like 5th to 10th.
Okay, all right. So you, while you're teaching these students, what are few skill set? Our education system, right, in India, it's more focused on academics. It's very less that we focus on extracurricular activities, including soft skills such as communication, leadership, and all these. So can you
Mm-hmm.
talk to me a bit about that? How education should be changed so that it actually adheres to the needs of the students? Can you talk to me a bit about that?
Yes, according to new education policy, I always try to make the habit in the student like they all should participate in the class. There should be
Mhm.
no need of pin drop silence in the class. Like actively participation of the every student should be there. Sometimes I do play role play method while teaching, and sometimes activity based learning and teaching. I always try to make in the classroom like. I use audio visual method. Projector room is there,
Right.
and especially for grammar topics. And
Mhm.
another one that is like one student is presenting the role of any teacher, and he is going to describe the every whole topic like a teacher. So that
Mhm.
is also very important for the students, because whenever we always try to teach students now, uh, we have to do lesson plan first. So the topic should be clear in our mind, only then we can teach to the student. So
Right.
same, I always try to teach student, and after 2 3 days revision work, uh, I try to stand the any one student stand and come here as a as a teacher role, and they ask questions. They try to put questions in front of the students, and then
They try
the
to pose
students,
a question. They pose a question
like,
to the
yes,
students. Okay.
yes, so that the topic can be clear.
Huh. Right. And not just that, during these kind of activities that you are doing, it implements in them because as a teacher, you have that leadership quality in you, isn't it? In order to manage the students effectively and all that. So that is definitely one of the aspects that we must also encourage the students to have, isn't it?
Yes,
Because right now that's very less. While I train students, some of them they have a lot of difficulties when it comes to interview rounds. Okay,
yes,
so one of the major issues that they face is the communication or the way they bring up themselves. They do not have that confidence in them. So can you
yes,
talk to me
ma'am.
a bit about how confidence can be brought up at a very young age?
I think for that we can do different types of activities, especially because what is going on nowadays, there are so many students in the class which have guts, which can easily give the answer, but sometimes they want to give the um they want to give the sport to their friends, fellow friends,
Right,
like
right.
my friend is not standing, so I will not also stand and give the answer.
Yes.
Sometimes students do this, and sometimes they have nervousness and hesitation, they are not
Mhm.
standing. So the main focus is of the teacher should be there, like to remove hesitation and build the confidence so that they can stand,
Right. That
because
shyness aspect should be changed, or they should actually stand up, isn't
yes,
it?
that is the most important, that they have stand and then try to speak, because I think students have full potential, they are more confident than teacher, but the only one reason is there, like they have no guts, they are not capable to recognize their ability.
Capable.
Capable, okay.
Right. They're not
Yes,
because, and not just that, at this time when the teachers do give them positive affirmations like, you're doing great, correct? That actually imprints in the kid, okay, they are pretty good. I remember once there was one of my professor when I was doing my 10th grade. So I used to have this habit of speaking very fast. So one of the things that I always want to do was either be a communication coach or get into journalism. So I loved interacting. So my teacher at the time told me, look, you speak really fast. I don't think you'll be able to become either a communication coach or get into the field of English or be a journalist. So I was really hurt by that because I was just in 10th grade, barely, I believe 15 or 16 at the time. But I believed in myself because most of my friends used to always tell, oh, you speak well. Even though I used to speak really fast, they used to encourage it. So somewhere that was good. But later on, when I started working, definitely I had a hard time in the beginning. I'm not going to hide that. I had a hard time, but then I improved. But had the teacher told me that, yeah, you speak fast, but maybe if you slow down a bit, you can actually help yourself in that aspect. So those kind of teachers who say that are rare, and somewhere it diminishes our confidence too, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. So true. A
Right.
teacher plays a vital role, you can say, in students' life.
Definitely. And I believe that the soft skills that are required, especially in the job market right now, it's the teachers all throughout school and college. Mostly it's the school because that's where you're growing and that's where you're learning, isn't it? And if you have the skills, then it actually helps you get through the interview sections, to be very honest. Technical round, I believe, even if you are called for by an organization, correct? You can always clear the written rounds and everything, but when it comes to
Mm.
the interview rounds, you might face a little bit of hesitation, probably with the speaking aspect. And that particular aspect is something that we must always work on, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. And I found this hesitation in my two, three students. Like they passed 12 exams, and after that, they were preparing for NEET and NDA. Yes, and in interview, they failed because they were not capable to stand there and continue speak in English 2, 3 minutes. So that was the reason of hesitation, I think.
I lost the net over here due to heavy rain in Bangalore. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. You are visible and audible. Yes.
Okay, all right. So, yeah, they face difficulties in the interview section. They might have done their written round pretty well, isn't it?
Yes.
So
And
that
one
is
more
where
thing,
the.
ma'am. Last time I had one session with Madhav sir, I think, and
Okay.
I just want to record my all. I want my recordings of with English Yari tutors
Okay.
so
I
that I
believe
can
you.
upload on my YouTube channel. But last time I did not get, ma'am.
Okay, I'll just check in with the team. I'll let them know. The last session was on. Could you tell me the date? When we make errors or when we correct them, people notice it,
Yes,
isn't it?
yes,
So
yes, ma'am.
that's definitely there. Okay, Preeti, on your end, very good conversation. Your grammar is good. I must say that. Your pronunciation have to work on a little more. Secondly, the accent. So you have to have that fluency because the way you're speaking, your grammar is good. The way your facial expression is pretty good. But you have to work on your pronunciation aspect and that accent, right? You have a little bit of accent of your native language. So for that, I would recommend you to try watching English content of native speakers, either CNN or BBC. Just listen to it whenever you have time, especially the news channels. All right.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
just
Thank you so
focus
much.
on this and will help you. All right.
Okay. Thank you so much
Okay,
for your
Preeti.
feedback, ma'am. Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Have a lovely evening ahead. Take care. All right.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so
Bye
much.
bye.